Hi Sky. Okay, this is introduction to my video clip about Microsoft Word. Okay, so today the topic gonna include the list, the multi-level list, the newspaper column, how to set header, footer, page number, date and time, and sections. Okay, so let's enjoy the video. Hi everyone. Okay, today is gonna be the last video clip in the Microsoft Word series now for me. So the topic is we gonna talking about the list. The list actually the list can be list symbol, list the number or whatever. The list multi-level list, the how to do the newspaper column, the header footer page number how to insert date and time, and the last one is sections. Okay, so when we have something I mean if you want to list okay, so I just come to the to the content, and then I just want to find some space. Mhm. That is quite big. Okay, maybe here นะครับ okay, so I want to list some name for example I said the Apple products นี่ something like this นะครับ and then said MacBook นะครับ MacBook have the MacBook Air MacBook Pro นะฮะiPhone นะครับ iPhone we have iPhone 11 iPhone 11 Pro นะครับ we can have iPad นะครับ we can have iPad 2019 we can have iPad mini iPad Pro นะครับ okay, so since this one is doing the list, I gonna make the the space to become a little bit small นะฮะ so just set one. Okay, so this one just made it distinguished to the other นะ so in order to do the list นะฮะ so please note that you see the symbol in here นะฮะ the pi symbol, so it means one enter, it means one paragraph, right? So what I want to tell you is that in the Microsoft Word, they're gonna treat one enter key is one list item. So list item and paragraph is the same thing, but sometimes you just have only one word. It's become list item already. But if you even type entire the paragraph, they're gonna treat you like just one like just one list item anyway. นะครับ okay, so I just put on off the list, and then I can jump to the bullet นะครับ so the list can be bullet or it can be the number นะครับ so that I have the group of number something like this. so if it is the bullet นะครับ you can click on defining bullet นะครับ and then you can even use the picture you can download from the internet นะครับ something like you can just set the picture, and then you can have the picture you save นะฮะ like this one นะฮะ I think this is the example นะครับ in here, so I can just try to use this the example picture. You can use any picture you want นะครับ however I just want to come back and then maybe just set none นะครับ okay, non bullet นะฮะ okay, just remove it นะฮะ something like this. Okay, the next thing is about the multi-level list นะฮะ when we want to say multi-level list นะฮะ some of you may know how to use tab, right? For example I said number one นะครับ and then MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, so you just type the tab key. Actually there's nothing wrong with using the tab key or shift tab key, right? But I recommend you to use this button นะครับ the indent. If you use the button in the normal text นะครับ like the paragraph, for example I show you I click in some paragraph, and then I use this one, so it's gonna be the left indent นะฮะ something like this นะครับ the left indent, the left and right นะฮะ but if you use it for the this one นะครับ so it's gonna be the level of the product, so you just go in นะฮะ something like this, and then you can even set the number to become the smaller number นะฮะ like this. However when you use it นะครับ when you use it you may have the problem when you try to adjust it นะฮะ so maybe I just go back here and then just make sure that we did not have นะฮะ all of these things in the beginning. Okay, so I just said none. Okay, something like this. after you do this นะฮะ you can set it to become multi-level list in the beginning and then after you set it to become multi-level list in the beginning you can just put tab so it should be no problem so the problem that we gonna mess up is because you first setting it to become bullet or number and then you try to put the multi-list that is totally wrong นะครับ I show you one more time the correct one that if you want to do multi-level นะครับ you need to make sure that it is on the same level and then you just click none first okay after you click none when you select all you select the multi-levels in the beginning and then after that you use these two buttons นะครับ the left and right indent to adjust it so it's gonna look perfect นะครับ like this one so next time when you have the trouble with the list นะครับ just get rid of on the list make sure that it is just very simple one and then select the multi-levels in the beginning นะครับ okay so this is the way to use the list okay let's go to next topic นะครับ that is list and multi-level list นะครับ next one the newspaper column why I said the newspaper column because the newspaper column the newspaper column is mean they're gonna do the column actually it's not just a newspaper it can be brochure now for example if you try to select one paragraph and then it's very simple to do the style like the columns นะครับ so you just go to the layout and then select two column and that's it นะครับ so this one is the newspaper column but this one is automatic they use the section for you นะครับ so maybe I just undo and then I do it again นะครับ I select the entire paragraph I told you that when they do this one they do automatic what is the automatic it mean they put the section break before and after นะครับ before and after we gonna learn the section is the last topic for today right but the section is mean you cut the document into so many parts and then any part you use the different layout setting นะครับ so when you set the highlight one paragraph and then you select two column and that's it นะครับ they're gonna become the section break before and after นะครับ so this dot is section break and then between this one this is the two column นะฮะ and then when you go to somewhere else it's become one column how can you know two column or one column นะครับ even though you cannot see the menu what you can do is you just see you can see the ruler นะครับ where is the ruler is here นะครับ so if it is one column you will see no gap นี่ no gap in here but when you is two column you're gonna see the gap in here so it means you have nothing in this space okay so that's it for the newspaper column but we're gonna have more about the column in the topic of section นะครับ okay but before we go into the section we go to header footer page number and date and time นะครับ what I want to tell you is everyone know how to put header footer page and time but I gonna teach you very fundamental way to do นะครับ so if you want to do header and footer you can have so many way นะครับ so you click insert and then you're gonna have a lot of built-in one but I want you to go to the edit header นะครับ this edit header is the way to use the fundamental way so when you go to edit header they're gonna have the space this space you know you can put picture you can put the anything you want นะครับ the field is we're gonna use it in the page number but at this moment I gonna teach you very simple for example I gonna put the course code that I teach in the university นะครับ so I said course code MAS 1221 computer literacy something like this one and then I put the tab key one time when you put before you do it it's gonna be the left alignment when you put tab key one time it's gonna be center alignment so I put the name of my school MSME business school okay and then another tab key is gonna be right alignment so I put the semester 2019 something like this and you can do the same thing for the footer นะครับ so I think I end the header first นี่ and then I go to the insert and then I set insert the footer นี่นะครับ okay and then I click edit the footer so you can do exactly the same thing นะครับ for the left maybe I just leave it นะครับ and then in the center I put the name of my university Assumption university. Okay, and then I put tab key one more time. This time I gonna put the page number, right? But if when you want to put the page number, please know that the page is relative นะฮะ so for example you said the page นะฮะ the page 1 they're gonna put number 1, page 2 they're gonna put number 2, right? So when you put the page you can use the field นะครับ the field, so you click the field and then they're gonna have a lot of field นะครับ the field can be the date, the time or whatever นะครับ but at this moment นะฮะ maybe I just said the field is about the just set all นี่ and then I put the field all นะครับ and then the field name page page here นะครับ page something like this one and then I click OK here นะครับ so and then gonna say page 6 นะ page 6 off and then I put off and space bar one time and then I put another field. I put the field name we call num field. Num field is come from number num pages. I'm sorry. Num pages is mean number of pages นะครับ so I click OK. So it's gonna be like this one, right? And then in the left hand side I can put the date and time นี่นะครับ date and time. So I just said date and time Wednesday นะฮะ okay maybe March date and time something like this นี่ March okay and then click OK here นะฮะ something like that. So that's it นะฮะ that is the very fundamental way นะครับ for the header and footer with the course you're gonna see this one in everywhere นี่นะครับ okay so that one is for the header and footer. So I think next one is gonna be the topic of section. I think I haven't put some important topic นะฮะ so okay maybe I gonna have maybe more topics, so let's finish the section first. Okay, here we are and I do the section. What is the section anyway นะครับ section is mean you know I see you the big picture นี่นะครับ you gonna see a lot of stuff in here. So what about if we want some page to become let's say I want some page to become the portrait นะฮะ and then some page to become landscape นะครับ or some page to have the narrow margin something like this you can do, yes you can do. So how can you do นะครับ so what you can do is you go to some part of the content นะครับ maybe I just go a little bit down. Okay, maybe here I want the content for maybe 2 pages นะครับ in here. So I want this to this นะครับ before the concept of KK before this. So I come to here นี่นะฮะ come to end of this paragraph นะฮะ and then I want to cut the document right here. So I go to the layout in here and then I set break. This time I call section break and then the section break you want to have the break for two นะครับ for to I mean cut the document. So whenever you cut you always cut 2 times, right? So I mean you just want some special section, so I set next page so that this page นะครับ before it's gonna be first part, this page gonna be second part. So I just have enter key, so I just delete the enter key and then I come to here and then I cut man one more time นะครับ so I go to layout and then have the section break next page. You can do continuous นะครับ just like the time we do the newspaper column. Okay, so at this moment we cut the section break 2 times นะฮะ so when we cut the section break 2 times so it mean this one นะครับ before this page this one we call the section number 1 and then here is section number 2 and then after we finish this one is section number 3 นะฮะ something like this one. So in the section number 2 I just want the orientation to become landscape and that's it. It's gonna be the landscape only these 2 pages because it's section number 2. Okay, so this one is the setup. If you set the margin it's gonna be similar like the way you set the orientation. However one thing you should know นะฮะ when you go to set up you go double click นะฮะ the header and footer นะครับ they always said same as previous you see this one นะครับ same as previous you go to here they gonna say same as previous นะครับ so if you delete it in your special section they gonna delete all นะครับ so what you need to do is mean you need to unlink it นะครับ so you click not link นะครับ so they will not have same as previous in the header so you go to the footer and then you click unlink this one is like toggle button you click one time they link you click another time they will not link นะครับ you click so they will not have same as previous but you need to do it in another section too because you know this section นะครับ this one is after you have the special section they still link to your section anyway right like I told you when you cut more than one time so you need to unlink 2 times นี่นะครับ both header and footer นี่นะครับ okay so after I unlink 2 times so it mean this special section the header and footer will not related to another part so I just delete it I delete the header and I delete the footer นะครับ so this section will not have header and footer but when you go to another section they still have นะฮะ okay so when you close and then you come and then when you see the entire picture นะฮะ so the special section here you will have no header and footer but when you come back the header footer and come back okay so this one is the way to use section okay and then that's good for this video clip นะครับ so I just finish this one okay and that's it for this video clip stay tuned for the next clip I said this one should be the last one right but I think I forget some topic so maybe we're gonna have one additional one that is very very important that is about table and content and bibliography นะครับ okay so see you next clip นะครับ I'm sorry this one is not gonna be the last video clip